All right, guys, this is the most confident plays, most confident picks of UFC Fight Night. Kevin Vallejos versus Josh Emmett. I'm going to go over that. But first, hope you guys like this video. Like this video, please. Subscribe to my channel. It'd help a lot. Um, Last week recap. This was my first losing card last week. I hate to say it because I hate losing, right? I lost some big money on Max Holloway. And I know what you're going to say. Oh, you had Max Holloway. That's a bad loss. I laid it out perfectly. I'm like, he's not going to get taken down in traditional wrestling style. It's going to all be body lock takedowns if he's going to take him down. But Max Holloway doesn't get taken down. The strength factor was a huge difference. The strength factor was massive. Even when Max Holloway had the underhook, you saw Charles Oliveira didn't give a fuck and just like, whatever, have the underhook. I don't care. I'm going to take you down. I'm going to judo throw you and take you down. The strength factor was huge there, right? Loss also on Bruno Ferreira versus Gregory Rodriguez. Bruno Ferreira, I took Gregory Rodriguez at first because I said Bruno Ferreira was just fat and tubby. And then I saw how great of shape he was. I rewatched that first fight. And I was like, damn. I mean, he kind of was cleaning up Gregory Rodriguez at points in that fight. And again, in this fight, in the second fight, he also was cleaning him up, but got touched with the touch of death by Gregory Rodriguez and ended up getting finished. And then I also lost on Rafael Tobias. Rafael Tobias is a retard Brazilian who doesn't know anything about fighting, has no fight IQ at all. He lost to Dr. Nurgazai, who's one of the worst UFC fighters of all time. I can't believe it. But whatever, we move on. Let's move on to this week's card because everything's up and up. Last week happened, whatever. Let's first start with Kevin Vallejos, right? Our main event. He's going to murder Josh Emmett. Josh Emmett's too old. Josh Emmett's too old. He's not going to sit in the pocket with Kevin Vallejos. And if he does, he's going to get slapped. I mean, Kevin Vallejos, I thought Giga Chikadze was fighting very well against Kevin Vallejos, but Giga Chikadze is a rangy striker. Josh Emmett is a brawler, right? He's in your face. He's a boxer. He wants also that smoke. The same way he fought Ilya Topuria is the same way he's going to fight Kevin Vallejos. I think Kevin Vallejos, I don't know if he has more power than Ilya. Definitely doesn't have more power than Ilya. Definitely doesn't have as much torque in the abdomen region on his punches than Ilya. But I think that the worst, if Ilya fought at his worst that night, that would be Kevin Vallejos. And I think Kevin Vallejos has the goods to get at least a 49-46 or 48-47 win over Josh Emmett. I think this fight might see the scorecards because Josh Emmett is tough. Josh Emmett, when he sees punches coming, he rarely, even though he gets hurt, he's still there and attentive. I think Kevin Vallejos is going to dominate this fight, though. The younger, the fresher, the slicker, the faster, better fighter is going to win this fight. I like Kevin Vallejos to win. Next, give me Jose Delgado to beat Andre Fili. Jose Delgado is a very, very good fighter, very talented fighter, right? He's one of the young prospects that is coming up around the Latin world, right? He's even though he's American, but like he everybody reps him as I think it was Peruvian. I believe I'm not crazy, but he lost his last fight for Nathaniel Wood, where he hurt Nathaniel Wood badly in the first round, right? Even though he missed weight, he didn't really gas. He beat Hyder Emil, and Hyder Emil's undefeated. He's very, very good, uh very sound technically. I like him. Like he's strong. He goes for the kill, and that's what you need against Andre Fili because Andre Fili is older. He's a good technician fighter, but what kills Andre Fili is an overhand. He gets smoked by overhands and long twos, and we saw it versus Dan Ige, right? We've seen him versus Joe Anderson Brito, but they KO'd Andre Fili. Jose Delgado has that same exact weapon. He's going to finish this fight. Jose Delgado is much better than Andre Fili. I'll take Jose Delgado to win this fight in maybe the first or second round, probably the first round. Jose Delgado is much better than Andre Fili. That's not a question. Next is Marwan Rahiki over Harry Hardwick. I'm taking Marwan Rahiki. I know Marwan Rahiki was awful in his Dynamite Contender Series. You saw him get lit up. He almost got knocked out. He probably should have been finished. If it was any other referee, he probably would have gotten finished. But Harry Hardwick sucks. He's terrible. He's so fucking bad. Harry Hardwick, I mean, Cal Fernandez just destroyed his legs, and he had no idea what was going on. He had no idea. He's like, what? Why does this guy keep kicking me? And you see him lift with the right leg. Okay, let's change to southpaw. Then he gets kicked to the lead leg on southpaw. And you're like, oh my goodness, I feel bad for this guy. But then you're like, no, how do I feel bad? This guy's a trained MMA fighter, and he doesn't know how to deal with calf kicks in big 2026. Stop it. Harry Hardwick sucks. Give me Marwan Rahiki, more talented, better, fresher, more athletic. Harry Hardwick's like a plumber just going forward who has he has no talent. He's just not talented. And Marwan Rahiki, even though he leaves his chin up in the air, even though he didn't look good his last performance. He's just more talented. He's just better. And then I'm just gonna take the guy that's just better and more talented and supposed to be in the UFC because of that talent, not some guy that isn't that. Okay, that makes any sense to you guys? Next, give me Chris Curtis. I'm taking Chris Curtis. This is my only underdog I'm giving out is Chris Curtis. I like Chris Curtis in this fight over Miktabek Orolbai. Miktabek Orolbai is very hot and cold, right? We don't know which one we're getting. We don't know if we're getting the good grappler or the one that lifts everybody up when he can't get a takedown. Are we getting a good striker with good timing or the guy that can't even be in boxing range? Which Miktabek Orolbai we're getting? He's too inconsistent, right? And I know one thing about Chris Curtis. Chris Curtis will always bring the fight. He'll always be durable. He'll always be right there in front of your face, ripping body shots, right? Putting you in a war. He has great takedown defense. Even if he gets taken down, he stands up. Chris Curtis is a good fighter. I'll take Chris Curtis to beat Miktabek Orolbai. Miktabek Orolbai is fighting. He just fought Jack Hermanson, where he starts Jack Hermanson, but Jack Hermanson is coming down from 185 to 170. I know what you're going to say. Isn't Chris Curtis coming down from 185 to 170? Chris Curtis is a natural 170er. He's too small for middleweight. That was always his problem over there. The punches will land differently at welterweight. And I think that Chris Curtis, if he makes it grimy, Miktabek Orolbai, we saw it versus Rebecca. He kind of fades in those fights. And I think Chris Curtis, with his gas tank, especially in a 3-round fight, will be able to be there throughout the whole entire bout. Right? Yeah. That makes sense. Does that make sense? Last, I'm taking Beatriz Mesquita. Lock. Put all your money on her. Put the big bank account on her. Put your mom's bank account on her. Put anything amount on Beatriz Mesquita to win this fight. She's much better than Montserrat Rendon. Montserrat is like bad. She's just bad. It's just I'm talking about untalented. She's just untalented and bad, right? Big tits, but bad. Beatriz Mesquita, big tits, but good, right? She has good BJJ, like world class BJJ, champion BJJ, and she uses it. Jacqueline Amarim, also a BJJ girl. She doesn't use it the same effect that Beatriz Mesquita did. Beatriz Mesquita just beat a girl named Irina. She beat the fake Ronda Rousey. I forgot her name. Irina. Damn, why am I blanking on her name? Irina Alexdita. And she beat her soundly, like demolished her on the striking, demolished her. Alexiva demolished her in the striking, demolished her on the ground, mounted her, finished her in the second round, rear naked choke, and she is actually decent on the ground, Irina Alexiva. And I think Mesquita is going to destroy Rendon. Rendon really has nothing for her. Let's be honest. No submission wins, no submission losses for Rendon. She's a decision king, decision queen, I would say. I don't think she's that good. I'll take the better fighter. I'll take the better fighter in Beatriz Mesquita to beat Montserrat Rendon. I think this is a layup. I think under 1.5 rounds is a good bet as well. I think her just going to finish in the first or second round. The fight will be over. She's just much better. So again, recapping. Kevin Vallejos obviously winning. Jose Delgado obviously winning. Marlon Rahiki, I like it because I'm just auto fade on Harry Hardwick. Harry Hardwick does not belong to be in the UFC. If he gets to win in the UFC in big 2026, I'll lose my mind. Okay, Chris Curtis, this is a spot I like because Miktabek Orolbai is hot and cold. He's had a very, very hot performance, right? He had a very, very hot performance in his last bout against Jack Hermanson, even though he was missing a lot versus Jack Hermanson as well, but he landed that KO shot where they got the hype. This line might be a little bit mispriced, right? He beat Tafik Musayev, who Tafik Musayev is not really a UFC guy. I know he came out of Bellator, but he's not that type of fighter. So I'm going to take Chris Curtis to beat him. I think Chris Curtis is the toughest opponent he's had so far. Chris Curtis going down from 185 to 170. I think I like Chris Curtis a lot. He beat Max Griffin last fight as well. Give me Chris Curtis to win, right? And then we have Beatriz Mesquita. I mean, that's just like a lock. I mean, that's though Vallejos, Delgado, locks. Like put three of them in a parlay, lock. That's how good they are. They're gonna win. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Peace out right now. See you guys.